MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
You know, it almost seems as if we just walked away from yesterday.
I know.
What a fast 24 hours.
It is. It's just flown by.
Oh, I need to hit a button. Hang on.
Oh.
And there was light. Feel free to talk next time. Anything you want to talk about.
Okay. I didn't even realize they wasn't on. Goodness. I hope y'all are having a good day today.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of folks that last night got a lot of water. We had some rain come through. Neshoba County, Noxubee County, and Winston County really got hammered last night. Severe thunderstorm warnings. And then we had a lot of rain move through southern Lauderdale County and move across. There were no warnings other than flash flood warning at one point. But rough there from time to time. When
you came on, I guess one of the times that you came on, I was watching.
Kind of got lost to how many times it was.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was just like I saw a notification and so I had been outside cutting grass and Kurt was on the tractor back in the field trying to get it cleaned up to get it ready for a green field. Anyway, we're running late this year, so
I am too.
Anyway, I was fixing to go get him, and then I looked at radar. Because I thought, I don't want him on the tractor, you know. Yeah. Because we're near Kemper, so.
Yeah, it was a little further north in Kemper on that, and just come down. It was a lot. I'm telling you, Winston County, it started out there, and they took a pounding and a pounding and more and more. And if you live up in that area, Highway 25 area, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about that went on last night.
I think it barely missed us. You know, we were like right on the edge.
We got a good rain here, but again, not the torrential stuff that everybody else got. But as they put out that level 1 yesterday, it did come into effect. Now, I want to bring this out. We had 2 inches in Scuba, Gail Williams said.
We could see the lightning and hear the thunder, but that was about it. A little wind picked up. I don't even think we got rain. You know,
you missed out on that.
Yeah, we missed that. So
it's soggy in my yard. I had plans of getting Angie on a lawnmower today, and
really,
it ain't looking promising. It's wet out there.
Plans of getting Angie on the lawnmower. Did y'all hear that?
Well, I'll be honest about it. I can't get on it. She takes it away. That woman is ferocious about this grass.
I used to be like OCD about getting the grass cut, and if it got a certain length, I had to cut it back down again. But anyway. I just decided last minute yesterday to jump on the lawnmower and try to get some grass cut because we didn't get it done last weekend because of ball and stuff. So anyway, I just didn't want to spend this next weekend cutting grass.
That makes sense.
Free weekend this coming weekend for once.
So the ball is ceasing for 1 weekend?
Well, 1 weekend, yeah. Then we're back at it.
How many weeks of that you got?
I don't know. I hadn't even looked.
That really just sucks I know it's for your kids, but Lord.
The life. No, we have a good time. I mean, I enjoy watching them. I do. But it's kind of hard to get things done when you don't have extra time.
That's
what you got to get it done after work during the week.
Because in between that and I guess you got soccer and a few other things. All you need is another play or something to come in.
We don't do soccer right now. He wanted to, but I was like one thing at a time.
Speaking of, we've got tomorrow the FCA will be joining us. So we got a newcomer to the area that is taking over. He's going to come in, him and his wife, and talk about everything that they're doing to help the fellow Christian athletes in the area. They handle Lauderdale County and Kemper County. Also, we'll have the folks coming in Friday from the play that's coming up at the Meridian Little Theater. And there's a good bit of stuff we'll tell you about fish fries and different things and a lot of church activities. I know there's some revivals coming up this weekend, and then the scene there at 15th Avenue Baptist Church. So a little bit of everything for anyone this weekend.
And if y'all are anybody's planning on having a fall festival, let us know and we'll post it.
Yeah, that is right around the corner, isn't it?
The beginning of October, but if you know you're going to have one, just get the word out.
Okay, I want you to wrap your head around this because sometimes when you think of food and what things would taste like, you have a mental block and you go like, ew. Yeah. So, all right, we're going to the cereal this morning.
Okay.
CNN is reporting this morning that cereal is coming out in the flavor of Wendy's chocolate. What do you call those things?
Frosty.
Frosty.
I don't know.
Cereal now.
Well, it might kind of taste like chocolate. Did y'all ever eat the Fruity Pebbles?
I've had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever had the chocolate ones?
Kind of bitter.
Yeah, they did have like a little bit of a bitter taste, but I bet it would kind of taste like that. I don't know.
I'm not sure that I want a Frosty in cereal. Do you know what I mean?
I know. It'll probably sell though, 'cause I do love a Frosty now. Those
What was
are
that
really,
Count
really good.
Dracula stuff they used to have that had a chocolate thing too?
Chocula.
Chocula. Yeah. I was more of the straightforward. I had I've done the Fruit Loops and mostly Tony the Tiger.
Frosted Flake.
Yeah, those are my two. And I remember one time, what was those? They're magically delicious. I had one of them, one bowl of those in my
Lucky
life.
Charms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to eat Raisin Bran when I was little. I know a lot of people probably didn't do that as kids, but I mean, we did. But I would load it with sugar. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't good for me because I like when I get done eating, it'd just be sugar all in the bottom of the bowl, you know. So.
What was that other horrible Life? Remember that? Yeah, that was.
That Give It to Mikey. He likes it.
Yeah, that
Or
series
he'll eat
Life.
yeah.
Mikey was the bologna, wasn't he?
Okay, I don't know.
I think so, but there was some Life cereal that really was
okay.
not good.
Yeah,
not
I
to
just
me.
remember. I don't remember what commercial that was, but you know, give it to Mikey. He likes it.
That may be that. It may have been that.
Yeah.
I think you are right now that the other guy that I'm thinking of was My Baloney Has a Name.
First name is Oscar.
Yeah.
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 His
You're
second name.
absolutely right. It was Mikey
Right.
that would eat anything. I don't know what happened to Mikey. And
Yeah.
I
I need to
guess,
find Mikey. See what he looks like.
yeah, it just, ugh. Let's see here. Tammy Fleming has macaroni and cheese at 4 a.m. Yummy to the Wendy's Frosty.
I do have a recipe somewhere in my recipe box where you can make homemade ice cream. It tastes just like a Wendy's Frosty.
Really?
Seriously, I do. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm
got
not,
that.
I know everybody in the South claims, oh, I love homemade ice cream, but there's,
You don't like it?
I'm not blown away. I've never
it.
gotten any that just made me, oh my gosh, I got to have more of it.
I love homemade ice cream, and I like to put like fresh peaches in it. That's good. You know, I've had it with that, but now I haven't made any in a long time. But I used to eat it as a kid. My family made it a good bit, but
Yeah, I'll never forget those days they went and didn't buy the electric one and bought that hand cranked ice
you
cream.
can sit there and turn it forever.
That was horrible. Maybe that's what turned me against it.
Yeah. Yeah, they make the electric ones now. And I've got a little tabletop one that's a little small thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much, but I mean, it'll make ice cream.
So while we're on the subject, have you ever taken snow and tried to make ice cream out of that?
I have not.
Not that we've ever had enough snow here to do a whole
I
lot.
just don't think I want anything that comes from the sky, like with all the
Pollution, is that
pollution
what you're
and stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that. That'd be kind of like going and getting the creek water and making some tea with it or something. No.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
But
ain't doing it.
I know there's a lot of people that do that.
They do, but
Don't mess
that's
with the
one thing
yellow
I don't-
snow.
Yeah.
This stuff's
Yeah, you don't want the
small
yellow snow. No.
But the things that you eat and that become favorites there. Good morning from Causeville. We say good morning to Karen Palmer. We appreciate y'all watching from there. Also, Diana Harris tuning in this morning.
Let's see, JT Rigdon, good morning to you. And Terry Shelton says howdy, good morning. Let's see, Lindsay Skelton Neal, she said she loves Raisin Bran.
All right, and we got a yard sale coming up at Tomb Suba Baptist Church to help raise funds for the winter retreat in December. It's going to be October the 16th is when their yard sale is going to be happening. So, again, if you've got a yard sale, something going on with your church, let us know about it. We'd like to talk about that. Let's see here. Let's see. As we got Halloween as our big next one coming. Have you heard any more about the parade for Meridian?
I have not.
The Halloween thing? I need to look back into that and see where we are on
Yeah,
that.
that'll be neat though. If they have, I don't guess they've done it yet. So I'm
It's
sure
like
it's.
I'm thinking, again, somebody may know the exact day, but I think it's the 23rd,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. You can come ride your broom, however you want to do that.
Thanks.
So are y'all getting dressed up this year?
I have not really even put that much thought into it. I haven't. I'm thinking about getting all my decorations out though, and kind of getting the house decorated up.
Today is the
because-
6th. You better get on that. That only
I
gives
mean, I'm just, I have these big, huge spiders, these fuzzy spiders where you can bend the legs and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to put them on my china cabinet and like that. I don't know, just some cute, I like cute scary. I don't like gruesome scary.
Well,
like,
that
I
makes
don't mind a spider or a,
Have you, were you,
mouse or something.
your husband used to live, have you driven that way lately?
It's been a little bit.
Have you seen the car down there that they light up at night and they got the scary guys?
We did not see it at night. We saw it in the day and went, what in the world is that?
That's on
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Fellowship Road. If you get past there, it sits under a tree, and they've got lights and everything in it plugged up at night. And
Yeah,
things
if you go
hanging out
by in the
front.
daytime, though, you're kind of like,
What's that clucker
what
sitting
is
in the
that?
front yard?
What's that and what's that hanging out of it? Like,
Yeah.
what's that?
I'll try to remember to go get some pictures tonight.
Okay.
I got some during the day, and like you, after you look at them in the daylight, you go.
Yeah.
So
We
just
had
a
to kind of
thought
look
there.
twice. We did see it the other day, though, when we rode by.
But this is pretty big news because this is $2 million has been raised for his financial aid. Lieutenant Colonel Scheller, if I'm pronouncing that right.
I think so.
He's been let out of the brig. Now, you got to remember, all he did was spoke the truth about the leadership, and they went after him. Other countries, other people. I just get so amazed as to the way the laws are put into effect and how they're used on some and not on others.
I think they used him as an example of what would happen to you probably if you speak up, just like fear, putting fear into people.
And the word is it was because of the landslide support across America for this guy that they let him out of that. Now, he's still up for a court-martial. They're going to try to court-martial him over this. Hopefully, he'll win this. I do not know enough about military trials to give any opinion because I think everything's different in militaries. They don't.
Right.
You don't have to abide by certain rules that you do in a regular court of law.
They kind of make their own
Yeah, it is.
rules. I mean, it's just like with this, the vaccine thing,
Yeah.
it wasn't a mandate in the state of Texas, to get the vaccine, but for us to go on base to see our son, we had to get it.
Yeah, it's like it or not, we make our own rules.
Right.
Good morning to Ann. She is watching us from 3 Mile Stretch in Ellisville, Mississippi. Been through Ellisville quite several times. Let's hear other things that are happening in headlines this morning. I was looking down through here. Oh, the winning lottery ticket. Now, somewhere in America, someone is $699 million richer. Think about that.
I wonder if surely they checked it and know. I mean, surely.
Most of the time, people like this don't come forward. They don't want anybody to know their name. They go to an attorney.
Right.
It was sold in California, so Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana, I just give it up. It ain't none of us.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame. Goodness.
I was trying to glance down here and see if anybody had calculated what the cash payout on $699 million would be. And just scanning it, I don't see it, but somebody's bound to have come up with this so far.
He'll have all kind of friends that he didn't know he had.
Yeah, and in
People
some
with
states,
issues, needing help.
but it's kind of like the jerk, where everybody went to
Right.
you write the check to. But there are some states to where you have to tell who you are. It's written in there because they want
really?
They want to make a public of put your picture on billboards. This was our winner.
Yeah.
And then there's a few other states to where you don't have to do that. You can stay hid, and you don't have to tell who you are.
Yeah. I wouldn't want people knowing.
But Debbie Penny says that she'd probably still be yelling if she'd won it. It would be that.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine?
You'd want to call everybody, and then common sense come in.
Of course, I'd be like the guy that fell in the water and drowned with it in his pocket. That'd be my luck.
Wouldn't that be horrible?
Yeah, it would.
The-
Or
the-
he'd blow out the window of the car or something. I'd never find it.
well, and you go back to My Name is Earl, which was really, he won 100,000. Did you ever watch the show?
Just a little bit. I mean, I didn't ever sit down and watch the whole show. So, I mean, I just remember the little blonde-haired girl on there that was real funny.
But the whole show is about a guy that wins a $100,000 lottery, and he's chasing his lottery ticket, and he gets hit by grandma in a Cadillac, and it knocks him out. And he wakes up and realizes God's speaking to me. Karma, I've done some bad things in life, and I need to go back and fix everything that I've done wrong in life. And he's got a list of like 300 people on it that he's got to go back to and say, okay, when I was a kid, I stole this from you. I done.
Yeah.
And it really is good.
Okay.
My Name is Earl. I may have to go back and watch that series again.
Is it still on? Or
No, it's you'd have to get it Netflix somewhere like that at this point. But I really enjoyed that show. Randy was not too bright, to say the least, the character on there. Good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. As we begin this day, we hope your day is as good as ours. We feel great about it, so we want you to be there also. Let's talk about Snowden and Company. This is when it comes to getting you a home. Whether it's your first time home or you've had many homes and you're ready to upgrade, they're there for you. Whether it's up, down, sideways, whatever. And they've been voted. They got 3 of their best there that are voted. Leslie, Amanda, and also Donna by the Meridian Star. Reader's Choice there.
That's
also,
great.
it is. You go through this if you're looking for your dream home or if you're getting ready to sell your home, maybe getting a smaller or you've got more kids than you know what to do with now and you got to have more bedrooms. That happens, I hear. They've got it for you. Sell the home that you got. Let the pros handle this. They'll take professional quality photos, compare the market analysis, and really get the most for you what you can get for your home. They're going to do that. And most of the time, they don't last long at all.
That's right.
Now, they specialize, Lauderdale County, Newton, Neshoba, Clark, and they have expanded to the areas in Brandon, Flowood, and Forest. So if you've got moving back and forth in between the two cities, they can handle it for you.
Yes.
Gorgeous places. Now, they're going to be open until 5 o'clock this afternoon, appointment on Saturday by only, and then closed on Sunday. See the complete array of homes. I don't use that word a lot, but I wanted to today.
Array.
There you go. SnowdenRealEstate.com. Visit them today. See all the homes that they've got. Find out why so many people use Amanda and her gang. Designated seller, certified real estate negotiating expert, Amanda Snowden. You'll call her at 453-3937.
Hi, I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm excited to announce the opening of our new Meridian office located at 1702 Highway 39 North, Suite 6. We've been helping injured Mississippians for over 30 years, and we're thrilled to serve the East Mississippi area. If you've been injured in a car accident, hurt on the job, or denied Social Security disability benefits, you know what to do. Remember, one call, that's all. Call or visit us online at onecall.ms.
Scotty Ray and Candace, and welcome back. And somebody has answered the, I'm stuttering a lot today.
It's okay. Yeah, somebody answered the thing about the lottery. We were wondering how much he'd have to pay in taxes and what he'd get to keep. Let's see, Maureen Files says that he will get $496 million and he'll have $208 million to pay in taxes.
But I guess it would be a good problem to have to pay $208 million in taxes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, if you treated that money right, you could do good. Now, I know that most of Americans think, you run down the rich and money's evil. It's only evil if you use it for evil things. There can be good things done with money.
I think it would be nice to have enough money to where you could be comfortable, but that you could help other people too,
Right.
I just think that would be nice, Yeah,
everybody's got a little Elvis in them, and you want to go give a Cadillac away. Do you remember the story that we told you about yesterday that happened in New York to where there was a lady standing on a platform waiting for the subway, and a woman walks up behind her and just pushes her into the train? They have caught the lady who did this, and she's being charged with attempted murder. Here's a picture from New York yesterday.
I wonder why she did it. I wonder, does it tell anything? Did she just not know the lady and just randomly push somebody in front of a...
Random is
crazy.
What I'm reading into this. It makes
it didn't
no
kill
sense.
the lady, but it
injured her pretty bad.
Injured her face, and that's so scary.
When you don't know someone,
have a heart attack,
but when you don't know someone and you try to hurt a complete stranger, that is just like double dog mean to the core, is it not?
Yeah, that would be. It's just awful.
So she's going to be charged. We'll see what happens. Now, again, this is New York City, to where charges really don't mean a whole lot. And we'll get into more of this charges thing, of what's going on across America. Let's jump to this story here. Let's go down here. Chicago. All right. Lori Lightfoot, who is the mayor there, defunded the police. Everybody remember that? And let me show you a picture of Lori so you'll remember who I'm talking about. This is Lori on the right here. I think most people recognize her face.
Yeah.
There was a shooting there within.
How could you miss it?
Yeah. And, in the last few days, she's brought up this of trying to fund the police now after they've taken all this money away and realizing, okay, we got problems.
Right.
Very bad move. But they've got a DA who is very liberal. I'll word it that way. And then you've got Lightfoot, who was liberal, who still is.
Yeah.
But she's waking up to the fact that something's got to be done. This week in Chicago, there's a shooting. Say you're a homeowner. A car pulls up, 4 people get out, and they just start your house.
Right.
Okay, the people in the house start shooting back. They go find their ammo, which I don't know what part of Chicago this was in, but they wound one of the people that are in the street shooting up their home. They have video of the crime, of the people pulling up. They got like a doorbell ring or whatever, security cameras, and they've got the people shooting the home. The DA says there's not enough evidence to prosecute the people who shot the home.
It's crazy. Even though there's video.
Yeah. The cops of that. How can you say that? And we wonder why America is going into the tailspin that it's in now.
Yeah.
It's because of leaders and people that are elected that I'm going to say that don't know what they're doing.
Well, there's no consequences for any kind of crimes, it seems like. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's attempted murder. Even people who've murdered people, they just get a little slap on the hand and, move on.
And I'm glad you said that of no consequences.
Yeah.
Let's go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Y'all know where that is? Let me show you a picture of this. This is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania here. This comes from Daily Mail. This is a police car sitting in the street. This right here is, you remember what happened in Jackson to where they done the spin out in the road and blocked it?
Yeah.
They're doing donuts around the police car, and he can't do anything to them. He just sits there.
Yeah. What's the sense in having a police force if they're not going to be able to enforce any kind of law?
I know.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Now,
we say that all the time, but I mean,
each day it seems like there's another example of where it's headed. And at what point does the criminals just basically run America now because everybody's scared to speak up or do anything?
I wish that we could take all the people who are for all this craziness and put them in one big area and just let them self-destruct.
So this is your area, stay over
just
here.
let them self-destruct over there and let us have like our normal
Well, see, and that goes back to that.
law-abiding people that want to be,
That goes back to that survey where they were said were, the United States of 40% of Democrats want to break away and 52% of the Trump voters. And it's funny how that I never thought I would say it that way. They refer to the Republican Party now as Trump.
Yeah.
It rarely is said the Republican Party anymore. It is called the Trump people.
And I just want to remove Republican or Democrat words out of the whole situation and just put what happened to common sense?
Americans.
Yeah, what happened to respect and common sense and any kind of moral at all? I mean, what happened to all that? It just went up in flames.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still good people and there's still people who want good for this country. I just think that there's the bad is just everything's backwards, like we said the other day.
Yes.
I mean, good's bad, bad's good, and everybody praises people who, steal and cheat and lie and kill. And I mean, it's like, what are they thinking? I don't understand it. I don't know.
Bill Reinhart said he moved here in 2014 and doesn't miss it. And what a change from Chicago to, where is it that you live now, Bill? DeKalb. That is total change there. You go from population, I don't know what it is in Chicago, to DeKalb, Mississippi. Huge difference. But I guarantee if you're watching from somewhere else in the world, we're at a slower pace. Kemper County no longer has a red light. That's okay. They got a bunch of stop signs. I'm not sure. I think they even took down the last caution light in the county. Scuba used to have one, and it went away when the 4-lane came through. And then we had one on the hill there where they used to go pour the motor oil on the hill, and you couldn't take off next to the Ford Motor Company. It's gone. Okay. That was Saturday nights years ago. But even the Meridian area, we're different. We've got crime, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And we hope to save our city. That's what we want to do, no matter where you are. We have more examples of this. Let me go back over here. Let me show this picture here. This is, let me see what city this is in before I bring this up. I need to say the city. Manhattan. And Manhattan was a upscale part of town.
Yeah.
You have a kid walking down the street. He is jumped.
Looks like he was possibly on one of those little scooter things because it's laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Like he's.
If you will watch this guy right here in this video right there, watch his hand, that one right there. He has a knife. This is a 14-year-old kid in Manhattan stabbed in broad daylight They jump him. They're trying to steal something from him and stab him multiple times. I think he lived, but nowhere in America. I mean, there should be like a manhunt for these people, and they tended to where an example is made to where no one else wants to do this ever again. But
I mean, they're just continually stabbing him.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad. That's an example of what goes on across America in these cities. Here's New York City, the Bronx, a total shootout. And there's no really. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. These guys, as you pull this one up, they're walking. Look at everybody. And these are cities that have the toughest gun laws that are out there.
Right. So, like, when, if the day ever comes where they want to, take everybody's guns, I hope they get in touch with these and have them turn them in. What you think?
Right.
They're going to be able to do that?
Yeah, they're most likely not registered anywhere.
Right.
The only people that they would take them from would be the legal citizens that are trying to protect their home.
Right.
And
you'll still have this kind of craziness going on.
Right. But escalated, because then there'd be
Right.
nobody to stop them. Mm-hmm. And that's what is very concerning across America.
Yeah.
And no one wants violence of any sort, but if you don't have a gun, they're going to go grab another object and use that object.
Right.
You go back to the caveman, they had their issues too.
But, I mean, people talking about, guns kill people. No, people, like ignorant people like this who have no regard for life, that's what kills people.
Yeah, they do not have any regard for life.
I mean, I could get a rock and kill somebody with it.
You could.
Is it the rock's fault? No, it's not.
But that's what's happening across America today.
It's crazy.
I'm not sure everybody's paying attention. And this is the headline that is coming out of here. And this is spooky. Can you imagine Joe in charge if there was a war? China warns World War III could be triggered at any time after it has sent dozens of warplanes into Taiwan's airspace. We have 2 U.S. carriers and a Japanese warship in the Philippines. And again, a lot of this is to spook you to a degree.
Right.
Don't think that headlines across America aren't to put fear into you. But do not overlook China. All of this leaving Afghan, who do you think is coming in? Mm-hmm. That's going to happen.
Well, it's already been said that they're going into Afghanistan and helping them get those, weapons up and going, and showing them how to use them if they don't know, and all kind of stuff like that. So I don't know. I worry, and I really, it concerns me because I know not everybody watches the news all the time.
No, you don't.
I know my husband's like, how can you listen to that mess all the time? I mean, because I have it on at home,
right.
have it on in the car. I'm listening constantly to what's going on.
But
I just want to know.
Yeah, you're the type of American that wants to be in the knowledge.
I want to know. I don't want to be one of these people that goes, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. What?
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to try to keep up a little bit with what's going on,
Right.
Occasionally.
And we try to do that as well on a local level here, of letting you know what happened in this part of town, so that you don't pull up and be in the wrong part of town,
right,
so to speak.
And I mean, we had the shooting not long ago out there at those apartments just the other day. So
we had a robbery, and they did catch one of the guys that was involved in that robbery in Pachuta. We brought that up yesterday morning. A 31-year-old man has been arrested. He did not have any guns on him at the time in the car, so apparently the accomplice that was with him fled the car with the guns. Okay. But confirmed he has been arrested for that crime. We'll face and see what happens before a judge. No one was hurt, thank God.
Yes.
When was that? A few years ago. The gas station is gone. Right off the interstate. It's been bulldozed down. Where Waffle House is, right off of I-20.
There was a man that was working there who was killed.
Yeah, in the middle of the night was murdered, and somebody come in to buy something, and he'd been killed for a few dollars.
It was I can't remember what the name of it was. It a little Maples gas thing?
No,
I can't remember.
So.
But it was a little service station just right there on the corner.
But I don't know whose it was, but it's been bulldozed down.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I assumed that they were going to build a new store there, and they have not. But that is gone. But any of this can happen right here in any city that you're in. So Just say that for a heads up on that.
Be
Let's
aware
see.
and alert.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dog the Bounty Hunter. This may be his payoff because it was a lot said that Dog the Bounty Hunter may be doing all of this for fame. Well, he's already had several networks offering him another TV show. So you may be seeing Dog back on television with the new wife. How you feel about that?
I would watch it every now and then, you know. I don't know that she'll ever compare to the wife that passed away. But
Boy, she was a tough hombre.
She
let
was.
me tell you.
She looked like she could sling them down on the ground herself, you know.
He's also investigating the tip from, the guy that goes, hey, I'm sure that guy on the side of the road was him. He's investigating that. He's turned over evidence that he thinks could have some DNA on it to the FBI. Dog is really trying to make the comeback on this and become the man that catches America's most wanted.
Find him. I would think that you would need to check on any kind of lead that you had. If anybody gave you any kind of information.
Right.
It's good that he's doing that.
Do you remember the group Little Texas? The lead singer from the group, Tim Rushlow, is celebrating a birthday today. And, of course, that was from God Bless Texas. 1966. That was back in the mullet days of the early 90s there of when that was. He doesn't look anything like that now. Real short hair. And I think he's a motivational speaker now.
Really?
Yeah. So there you go. 1973, and I think most of us remember Bob Kingsley from this. Became the biggest country countdown there ever was for Bob Kingsley. He passed away a few years ago. But, boy, he had a voice.
Oh, yeah. I remember
I liked him.
that.
Real nice guy. So American Country Countdown began in 1973. I think most of us remember this song. It wasn't country by any fact, but remember the song, Gotta Have Faith?
Yes.
This guy did it, who was George Michael. He's passed away too, hasn't he?
I thought he did pass away. I think he did.
Right. I'm almost certain he did. But one of those guys that wore earrings. We'll say that. Remember the song Betty Davis Eyes?
Yes.
Well, it was Betty Davis's birthday. Well, actually, she passed away on this day back in 1989. And she does have recognizable eyes.
She does.
So Betty Davis passed away on this day. That's 1989. That's when you graduated, wasn't it?
No, 92.
Okay, you're younger than I thought.
When did you graduate?
Do we really want to go there?
Yeah.
1987. Northeast Lauderdale High School. I walked down there amongst 160 people.
I think I had 133 in my class, and it was West Lauderdale, 1992.
I think I was average Joe. I was not in that top 10 of my graduating class. I just wanted everybody to know that.
I wasn't either. I remember, I just was trying to get by and get out. If I could go back now, I would do better, I think. But, you live and learn and mature.
I don't think you would.
Some of us mature, I will say.
Yeah, some people stay there.
Yeah.
But fun times. I think most everybody has good memories of high school when it went down.
I do. I remember it just being because I didn't go off to college like a lot of my friends did, and I just remember it's just a different world. When you graduate high school, everybody kind of goes their separate ways and they get new friends. And, and so if they're not still in your town, it's kind of like you just got to kind of make new friends.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do enjoy.
Back in 1990, this old boy got invited to come to the Grand Ole Opry and become a member. Garth becomes a member of it back in 1990. His political thinking is a lot different than me, but boy, he is an entertainer. I'll give him that. But he and I don't think a whole lot alike. He might go sing at Joe Biden's inaugural.
Do you sometimes wonder, though, does fame, like somebody wanting a little more fame and more this and more that, has to do with how they portray
it could
their views to other people?
What will make the headlines is what you're saying.
Because I sometimes I think, like, watching him as he came up into country music and, like, how he was just real humble and laid back, and now to hear him agreeing with some of the stuff that he agrees with, it just blows my mind.
Now he still claims he's a Republican voter.
Right.
I find that hard to believe. Y'all remember he turned Trump down, would not sing at his inauguration.
A lot of people don't like Trump. Like yesterday, somebody said, "I wish he wasn't so conceited." He is a conceited person. He really is. But when you get down to the bones of it, I mean, he was, I think, in my opinion, I think he was good for America. I think he did good things, and I think if he was still in office, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in.
But I do agree, he did say things he shouldn't.
Yeah,
Maybe
he definitely
maybe
needed
he
a
said some mean
he needed a
tweets.
shock collar on. Like every now and then, if he was saying something,
It's like, stop it.
like he'd be doing really good, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, he did so good, and then all of a sudden he carried it a little further.
You can't help it.
I know, but I did this and I did that, and I'm responsible for that.
It's like if there's a crowd standing in a circle, he's not going to be beat at all costs.
yeah.
Hey, he just can't handle that. So anyway, 1996. Who remembers this? When a girl from Mississippi went and married Tim McGraw. It happened today, back in 96.
She's from Star, Mississippi, right?
It is due south of Jackson, Mississippi, down Highway 49. You can run into that. Her parents' home sit up on a little hill there, just a normal looking little place there. As we go back, this also Tim McGraw made news in 2004 when he made his first acting debut on this Friday Night Lights, and he played that dad pretty good.
He did. He really did a good job on that. I mean, I remember. That's a good movie.
You could almost see him doing a little bit more acting. I'm shocked that he hasn't. But Tim also has political aspirations also in the background. He doesn't talk about it a whole lot, but bona fide Democrat thinking.
Who played the dad in Blindside? Was it him? Was he?
Yeah,
in
he sure
Blindside?
was.
I
Now
thought he played it.
with Sandra Bullock. He sure
Yeah.
did. The role wasn't as big as Friday Night Lights,
Right.
I don't think. But he, again, in that movie, he done good. I give
He's a good
kudos. Yeah, you got to give him kudos where he's good at. I just don't want to know anything else about his political stuff.
Yeah.
In 2011, Hank Williams Jr. went on Fox and Friends, and it was a thing about his dad that they were asking him. Before long, they asked a question, and, well, it went bad there. He made a remark about Obama, and he was permanently dropped by the NFL. They got rid of, are you ready for some football? Hank still stands his ground, and I think most people respect Hank Jr. for believing in what he does, and he don't back down. I think there was a brief time that they rethought that and brought him back,
Right.
and had Carrie Underwood for a little while. Since I don't watch it anymore, I don't know what happens on Monday night.
I don't watch it either. But
Who remembers Billy Joe Royal? I'll pin a note on your pillow. Down in the Boondocks. He passed away on this date back in 2015. Big popular. A lot of folks liked him.
different look.
Billy Joe. And I brought up this next guy. If you ever watched The Walking Dead, well, you know who I'm talking about. He was in there. He passed away back in 2018. Scott Wilson, who played the old guy that had the farm there that they come up on. He passed away on this date back in 18. So a little trip down of what happened on today. Maybe some of the people you recognized, maybe some of them you didn't there. I can see the look in her face of she ain't got a clue who Billy Joe
Yeah,
Royal is.
Oh, I don't know who. I mean, I've heard the name, but I don't know. And what did you say some of the songs that he sung? Because
Down in the
I do remember
Boondocks.
hearing that song. But
I'll pin a note on your pillow. So what was the Rocket song? We Flew Like a Rocket. I'd have to go back and.
I have to pull him up.
And does anyone know what kudos are? Kudos are is that a boy. That's the way I always refer to. It's a that a boy, a pat on the back. Kudos. So that's a little bit down of what went on this day in history there. I hope you remembered something that shook your tree, makes you remember a few things there. Let's turn to talk about Chet. We've talked about him several times, and Chet really helps you out when it comes to your car. One of the best there is in Meridian, if not the absolute best, of putting your car back the way it ought to be. You'll find them in Center Hill, 737-2961. A look inside the shop is what they do. They take a lot of time preparing a car before it's actually painted. That's what they do, from little bitty dings down the side to something major that they can help there. Maybe you run under the back of something. You get backed into beds of pickup trucks that have been damaged. They can take the bed off and fix these aluminum beds on these Ford trucks that a lot of people just can't do. They'll put it back to that spec, the way it used to look. Another truck that's been damaged. And, of course, they do classics as well, like Chet's car there. That's one of his pride and beauties there. This is the paint booth that they put it in. And what that does is make sure that there's no dust in your paint.
Right.
That's not one of these things where you pull into a shop and they paint. This is an actual paint booth to where nothing can get into the paint when it's being done. They'll process all this for you. Chet's Paint and Body. Again, they're located in Center Hill in the curve there. You can't miss them. 9888 Highway 495. Give them a call, 737-2961. Let them process everything for you and find out how simple it is to use Chet's Paint and Body.
Remember, one call, that's all. I'm Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
You know, we were talking about Trump. Did you see where he fell out of the Forbes 500 of the richest?
No. I didn't.
COVID hurt his pocketbook and his hotels hugely. And he has fallen out of the 400 richest.
Goodness.
Lost $600 million last year.
I wonder if he ever runs for president again and gets it. I wonder if he'll do it again for no pay.
I would say so. $400,000 a year.
Shoot, I wouldn't. I'd do it. I'd make him. I'd take every dime. Second go around.
Nikki Haley says that she will ask Trump before she cast her hat into the ring before she would run for president to get his approval. I can answer it for you now. Now, Nikki, no.
Yeah.
He's going to run. There's no sense in you trying it.
I hope DeSantis does some kind of I hope he plays some kind of role in trying to run for something.
As in vice
I think he would be
president.
good. Yeah. I mean, I think he would be a good one.
Now, if Trump did not run, he would have a shot. But
like, it would be really good if he could run with Trump as a vice president.
It would
and
be.
then, Trump can only, even if he won, if he ran and won again, he can only have one more term, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
You'd have somebody to pick it. Carolyn Bowen, Burn Like a Rocket, Billy Joe Royal. That's what the name of it. I was hitting real close to it. All right. Did you even check your phone yesterday? Because I sent you a message.
I don't think so.
She didn't. And I sent you a song to listen to yesterday.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I'm sorry.
We'll
I'm sorry.
wait till
Look,
tomorrow.
y'all, this microphone is
My
not
cup
working.
full of forward.
But my customers are probably mad with me because, I don't even check stuff until late in the evening. Sometimes I was calling customers at 8 o'clock last night. So no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll just check it on you there. This is
What was the song? Was it like one of the? Who was it by? I don't even know.
I have to go back, and it was one of the ones I brought up
Yesterday.
Yeah, that you didn't recognize it. Let me see here, Candace, what I done to you yesterday. Boy, I texted a bunch of people yesterday. Where are you?
God.
Oh yeah, Johnny Duncan.
Okay.
I sent you Thinking of a Rendezvous.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know Johnny Duncan. I ain't never heard of Johnny Duncan.
It was huge.
I don't.
Big time with Janie Freaky.
Yeah. I don't know.
She said.
I told you I remember her. I remember her name, but I don't
she really
remember him.
she got her career started as a backup singer for other people, and he really bolted her into her career.
Yeah, I'll have to.
There you go. There.
I had to look it up.
Have you seen all this about
everything else.
ESPN taking someone off the air?
No, I didn't.
Whatever you do in America, don't be talking about the Obamas because it can end your career quickly. And that happened yesterday for an ESPN anchor who asked the question, how does Obama identify as a black? Because, his lineage to Kenya. And ESPN did not like that. She's no longer working there. She's been taken. Well, she's still working there. She's just not on the air. She was on a podcast and asked that question.
I'm so tired of you can't say what you want to say without being criticized. I'm just tired.
But
of it.
ESPN is not even really sports anymore.
Yeah.
They try to give political views. When they're doing ball games, this lady was somewhere else,
Right.
doing an interview. But they'll be doing a baseball, a football game, and go political. That has nothing to do. Stay away from that. Keep sports. That's why people watch it, is to get away from the.
Everything's political now, though. I mean, everything is. Nobody, if you're speaking from the left side, you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But if you're on the right side and you try to even bring something up, voice your opinion, they want you to be quiet, shut up, I'm going to say what I want to say. I mean, pretty much within limits, I guess. Of I'm going to try to keep it nice. But I'm going to speak my mind. I mean, I don't agree with, not everybody's going to like what I say. Not everybody's going to like me. And that's fine because I don't like everybody. but I try to,
All right, put your thinking cap on this
respect
one.
people's opinion.
Okay, as long as I remember, and I think it started with Marilyn Monroe in the 50s. The cover of Playboy magazine. I think no matter who you are, you've heard of Playboy magazine, or whether or not you've ever touched one or opened it. But yesterday, and I posted this. This is, I'm going to show you the cover of this. This is not ugly by any means, so you don't have to run and hide. But the cover of the magazine looks different than it ever has before. Mm-hmm. That's a man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Playboy, not Playgirl.
It's ridiculous.
And the magazine ceased publication there for a while because it was just so eaten up by the internet that there was no reason for it to be printed. And maybe they're back to printing it. I don't know, but that's different.
Right.
I don't care to know what's behind the pages of that by any means, but yeah.
I'm so.
That's where you go. That thing of where you're trying to describe. This is this isn't
a book I'd be looking at anyway, or a magazine, but I'm just saying.
Well, like this is a piece of paper with blue writing, and then somebody tells you, no, that's red writing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. It's blue. And like women, as far as I know, I mean, this was a discussion the other day on
what was your
a
discussion?
News channel. Well, it was on a news channel.
Okay.
Transgender people were somebody that was in favor of transgender people, like trying to their rights or whatever, was saying that they were being that they did not like the term that a woman could have a baby. People have babies. So they're trying to say like men could have babies. I mean, you know what? Unless you have the women parts,
right,
you ain't having a baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't care. I mean,
they do all this artificial.
Right. Now, there's people who can't have children. I understand that. There's women who can't have children.
That's
I understand that. But men, absolutely, you ain't having a baby.
Yeah, it don't work that way. Although
if you are born a male, you are not. They are not going to insert a part in you that you can have a child. That just ain't happening that I know of. Do you know that?
No. I did see an article. I don't know if it was a year ago. I don't remember how long ago. It was a female who had went and had the operation and became a male.
Right.
And then went back and had something inserted and was pregnant.
Right.
And it did look peculiar.
Right. Now,
but that's not, you weren't born that way.
You don't have to birth a child to be a parent.
That's correct. You can adopt.
But these people were saying that they were offended, I think,
that a woman would have a child.
Because just a woman can have a child. No, this man can. No,
it doesn't.
Not physically cannot have a child.
That's right.
What is offensive about that? Like, what is wrong with saying, oh, a woman can have a child? It's crazy. It's like everybody is so sensitive to getting their feelings hurt.
You're right. I agree with you 100% on that.
Like they're made of glass. I mean, it's just, I'm so sick of it.
And we do live in a glass world now. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, we're raising people who can't take any kind of criticism. Well, I say we. I'm not. I've tried to raise my kids to be able to,
and
lick their wounds and move on if it's something that they can deal with. But I don't know.
John said that in Playboy now it's no longer nudity. I didn't know that. But that was different. But and I'll say this with what you just said there of the glass world. You and I fortunately grew up during a time in America to where it was prosperous.
Right.
The generation before us, our parents who lived through the Depression, horrible times. You take this generation now that lives in this glass house, and that was a time to where if you didn't get up at daylight and do something before you went to school to ensure that you'd have something to eat when you got home and worked, and I'm talking chickens, hogs, because that was the only way that you were going to eat,
right,
is to have a farm of some sort. I'm not sure that generation could survive at this point because it's been so easy on them. And of course, our generation was easier than our parents, and then the generation after us is even lighter than that.
Right. It's like they want people to be petted, and they don't want to They don't want to criticize anything that anybody does, because even though if it's wrong, they don't want to criticize it because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But yet at the same time, they want to turn everybody against each other. You know what I'm saying? I shared this thing, and I don't know if anybody that's friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw it, but it was talking about ants. It was using this as an example, and it said if you put, I think, red ants and black ants in a jar, they don't kill each other. They won't do anything to each other. But if you shake up the jar, they're going to start killing each other and
I've never seen that.
And turning against each other. So who's shaking the jar was the thing. Like, who's the bad person? It's not the ant. It's not the red ant or the bad ant. It's the one shaking up the jar. I mean, that's the serious. I mean, that's the root of the matter. I mean, it really is. It's people in this country are trying to turn people against each other. And whether that be about the vaccine, it be about just anything. I mean, if you disagree about something, they're going to try to, tag you as bad.
We used to literally live in a world where you could disagree with someone and still be friends with them.
Right.
To where it wasn't, it was just a matter of opinion, and you went on about your business. Now, you may have got your dandruff up for a few moments, but at the end of the day, you were still friends and you went on, and it was
You could crack a joke about something and it didn't offend everybody in the world. I mean, it's just like nobody has a personality. Nobody has any kind of a, I mean, what in the world is going on?
Right.
It's just like.
And Bailey Grace made a point that she's just tired of hearing about the vaccine. That is a big headline every day of the controversy somewhere. Right. And they keep bringing it up. So, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I mean, because it was now that this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Like, the unvaccinated are causing it. Well, we know that is not true. That's not totally true. I mean, because if it was, the vaccinated couldn't get it, couldn't spread it, So
trying to get all that sunk in there of what goes on with it. There was a story about the Wuhan lab again this week.
Yeah.
Boy. This will go on and on and on.
Right.
Hopefully there'll be a cure for it one day.
Bill Reinhart, he said he raised a girl who can change a tire and oil and still wear a dress and can carry herself with class and a sense of humor. And I think that is great. Yeah. I mean, I think it's great because I think you should know the basics of things. I don't even know if we have home ec in school anymore or shop. No. Do we have those things?
Shop, I'm not sure of. Home ec is gone.
Yeah, VOAG, I think is what they called it back when we were in school.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, but you learned basic things. I mean, you learned how to sew a button on or cook something, or like in my home ec class, we learned major stuff about like job applications and stuff. But I don't even know, kids don't even know how to write a check. I know checks are not used as much as they used to be, but
there's a lot of them that don't know how.
Right. They can't sign their name in cursive. I mean,
days
time on a regular clock, because they're just so conveniently looking at it right there. And I don't know. I'm
going to put you in charge. It's coming.
Well, I just think convenience is not always the best thing.
You're right. It's not. As we turn to convenience, well, let's go ahead to the convenience store. And that would be Maple's One Stop Shop. It's clean, convenient, and it's locally owned. You'll see these new signs going up. Have you seen these? They're going up. They're replacing those. And Maple's One Stop Shop has 4 locations around town. Now, as you go into any of the locations, make sure to drop your name in the hat for the gas that's going to be given away. $50 fuel card. It's drawn weekly. And it's nothing like being a winner. And I like it myself there.
I do too. I'd love to win $50 in gas.
Absolutely. And they're trying to keep those gas prices as low as they can all around town. If you're looking for that cold coffee machine, they've got the caramel, French vanilla, and mocha, all at the Broadmoor Chevron location there on the hill. And your loyalty coffee program. Loyalty sometimes is hard to say. You just don't know it. Right. Your 6th cup of coffee is absolutely free. All you have to do is get your card punched, and they'll take care of you there. Again, community coffee, it's great. Clean, convenient, all right there with cold drinks and everything that you're looking for. And a great price on food. You can get a piece of pizza, chips, and a drink, all for $4.99. You'll find that one there at the Bonita Chevron in Pine Springs. All there for you. Of course, if you're going fishing, the bait shop, and plenty of lottery tickets as we watch the next jackpot climb. You can get it all there. See them at Bonita Chevron, the Pine Springs Country Store, or over at Last Chance Tobacco or Broadmoor Chevron. That's Maple's One Stop Shop. See them today.
Don't hesitate. Call me. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Another thing America better brace for, and if you can pay your bills online, you might better start there. This is a big headline. This started Friday. The United States Post Office is slowing down delivery of mail to cut cost. So be warned, if you mail a package, if you're mailing a letter, it's going to take a few more days to get there. They're losing money and they're doing their best to cut cost, and this is slowing things down. So if you hadn't heard that by now, be aware of it.
So what happens if like something like the other day, a glitch or something happens and everything's shut down, and how you gonna pay your bills? And
that's a good question. That is legit, and that I do think one day that will happen. You'll wake up and somebody's going to hack something, and you won't have that communication to get out, and you have to wait a couple of days for it to be fixed.
Yeah. Did you happen to see anything yesterday about the whistleblower from the Facebook thing?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Testifying in front of Congress, or have you seen that?
Yeah. Are you hinting that maybe there's a tie-in between all of that?
Well, there's a lot of talk, that it possibly could have been like a diversion thing.
I can,
don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing over here.
Right.
It's a little bit of talk that could have been kind of a
and there's
stage thing, that maybe there was something going on over here that,
Zuckerberg is trying to say that she was a low-level employee, and she's saying, well, I don't care what I was. This is what Facebook was doing.
Right.
We'll see what happens as she testifies and what they decide. Will things be regulated? I don't know if they will change that. But pretty much right now, like it or not, your Twitters, your Facebook, your YouTubes, and these are platforms across America that are very strong, and it's how communication gets out. And at this point in time, those companies can decide to ban a president, to ban you for a word that is not bad, but in their eyes, they consider it bad. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. And I think a lot of Americans feel that way, that they're being like their tweets or their posts are regulated to where not as many people get to see it, if you think one way.
I wish they would have asked some questions about like the election or like when people were campaigning and stuff. Why were so many things not put on Facebook, or, people were silenced if they tried to voice an opinion?
You were put in jail.
Right. I mean, I don't know why more of that wasn't right. It was focusing on children, I think. Like
they've got a lot
how
of
it affects children, and how like they could put stuff in there about like eating disorders or something, but they would put stuff that enticed them to go even more towards an eating disorder. It was algorithms or something they were talking about, but
and we'll see what comes out of that. That's what the testimony is going through this week. I wanted to bring this up. This is going to be happening this Saturday if you can get by and support the Cicalina Volunteer Fire Department. They're having a fish fry. It's Saturday from 11 until 2, and they've also got some chicken if you'd rather have that instead. And they're going to be doing a raffle for a $600 gift card to the Rock House Trading Post, $2 each for those. The fish fry is by donation, whatever you want to give when you pick up your fish fry there.
Okay, that's nice.
But support them. They're the ones that come in the middle of the night when your stuff is on fire.
Right.
They roll out of bed regardless, and they have to have equipment and things, and this really helps them. So if you can support Cicalina, it's right there on the side of Highway 19. Bump in and see them. And
they come for other situations too.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, not just fires. So.
Yeah, if you got somebody that's falling down the house, they'll come help.
Right.
They come no matter what. Also, don't forget, coming up, this is going to be kicking off the 7th. The Guys and Dolls, they'll be here Friday to talk about the Meridian Little Theater. And also the revival that's coming up at the Duffy Baptist Church is going to be October the 9th. Begins at 10 a.m. until. So I hope you can make it to that. And then also, this is going to be happening on the 10th from 5 until 6:30 at 15th Avenue Baptist Church, the drive-through creation. I hope you can make it out to that.
Watch.
Yeah. So lots to do this weekend. I'm sure there's some other things that are coming up that we hadn't spoke about. And I'll try to get those ready before the weekend.
Okay.
And if you've got an event, let us know about that. Inbox us so we can tell everybody else about what's going on. So what's on tap for Candace? What are you going to go save the world today and do?
I'm just going to work. That's it. I'm going to do hair. I'm going to do hair today, yes. Yeah. So I'll be busy doing that, but hopefully it'll be a nice day, and everything will go smooth, I hope.
Yeah, we always love those.
Yeah. But we do enjoy each and every day. Y'all are tuning in and interacting with us online, and we appreciate all the comments. So we hope everybody has a safe and blessed day, and we will see y'all tomorrow for sure.
John said it's some light showers at Battlefield, so we'll keep that. Yeah, and we do. What time are we kicking off tomorrow?
8 a.m. every day.
She's going to be here, she
Monday
said.
through Friday. That's right.
Again, thanks so much for being a part of this. We can't do it without you. You're what makes it happen.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by